Hello, and thank you for joining. I'm going to show you how the enrollment process is for the MSc in Computer Science here at Heriot-Watt University Online. So as you can see, I'm on the home page for Heriot-Watt University Online, and you can go to Browse Our Programs, and you can either search for the computer science program, or you can do like me, and I'm just going to scroll down to it. So here it is, the MSc in Computer Science. If you haven't done so yet, I highly recommend reading through this page. There's a lot of really great information, but if you have and you're ready to apply now, go ahead and click this button. And the first thing you're going to have to do is create an account. So you're going to put in your personal information here. So for the first name, just put it in here and make sure everything matches up with your passport. You'll be asked to put in your email address as well. So I'm just putting in the email address that you can use to get a hold of the enrollment advisors. So if you do have any questions for us about the program or about the application process, don't hesitate to let us know. And then you'll also put in your phone number. So I don't think you'll be able to see the drop-down menus, but it lets you put what country you're in so you can get the dialing code. And then just put in your phone number. So I'm just putting in some random numbers at the moment, but please make sure to put in the correct information for yourself. Next, we'll be asking about your birth date. So let's go here. And your nationality. So for me, I'm going to be scrolling down to the United States for my citizenship, but you just choose the one that is best for you. And then city of residence. So I will put Edinburgh here and putting in my country of residence, which is currently the UK. Then we can select our state. This will pop up for you if it's applicable. I am scrolling down to Scotland. All right, the next question is asking, which year are you considering for your studies? So just take a look at it, see which one's right for you. There is often the option of not sure, but if you're ready, I'm choosing 2026. Which location do you wish to study at? So I am choosing the online distance learning option here. And then what academic level do you want to study? There's the option of foundation or postgraduate taught. So for this course, I'm choosing postgraduate taught. Which program are you interested in? Computer Science MSc. And then you can just go ahead and click this box here and create a password for yourself. It has to be at least 8 characters, including an uppercase, a lowercase, a number, and a special character. When you're ready, click Create Account. All right, and then you'll be taken to your account page, and you can see that there currently are no applications. So we're going to go ahead and click Create a New Application. So for this one, it's very important that you select that you're studying or interested in starting out an application for an online or distance learning postgraduate program. It can create some confusion and you might have to restart an application if you end up choosing one of these on-campus options or another program. So just make sure you choose this online distance program. So here, it's nice and easy. There's only one option. So we'll continue with the option above. And now we're going to start entering in our information. So it's already selected the online distance learning, and I can choose the program. So I don't think you can see the drop-down menu, but I've selected Computer Science MSc. And then here you have the choice of either the performance-based admissions route or the standard admission route. So if you're interested in the standard admission route, you're going to be inputting your, later on, your transcript. So we're going to be looking for students on this particular route who have a first or second class honors degree in a STEM subject. And so they'll need to upload their academic transcript and potentially an English translation if applicable. So you would choose the standard admission route for that. But if you don't have an undergraduate degree, or if you do, but it's not in a STEM subject, don't worry. We still have the performance-based admission route available to you. So on this particular route, you'll just have to pass our programming and program design course before you're formally enrolled. So there is still an option available to you. So I don't have a STEM-based degree, so I'm choosing performance-based admission route for starting in September 2026. And then you can select here if English is your first language or if it's not, and then just enter the information here that's applicable to you. So I'm going to say yes, but then I'll hit save and continue. All right, now we're going into the personal details. So some of the information has already been pre-filled, but I'll select my gender, put in the address. So this is pre-filled a little bit just because it knows where I am. So the avenue, postcode, country, and then the county or state. And I'm going to go ahead and save and continue. All right, more personal information. So please select what your nationality is. So for me, like I mentioned before, I'm scrolling down to United States. And then you can select here if you have dual nationality. If you do, you'll be given another option to select. Select your country of birth. So I'm scrolling down, and there's the United States. And now the area of permanent residence. So this is where you have your home address. So it's not where you're a citizen of necessarily, but it very well could be. So for me, I'm selecting United Kingdom. I have been here for approximately 5 years, and I am currently resident once again in Scotland. All right, now we're asking you how you're going to be funding your studies. Select the option that is the best fit for you. So there's self, parents, sponsor, scholarship, home institution, other, or not sure. I'm choosing self. And then let us know if you have a disability or special needs. You'll have the option to either select yes or leave this one blank. And then we'll hit save and continue again. All right. So here's some further information we're asking for. If you have any relevant work-related training and or experience, go ahead and click yes or no. If you do, you'll be asked to include this in your supporting statement, which I'll show you in a moment, but just go ahead and let us know. And then also let us know what your highest educational qualification is. So you can choose from a fairly long list and just choose the one that's best for you. There are options for if you're in the UK or if you've been studying internationally, choose the one that is appropriate to you. So I'm just going to select a master's degree from a UK university. Just one of the options that are available there. And then if you're a member of Heriot-Watt University staff or the child of someone, go ahead and enter this portion and let us know as well, how did you hear about us? So I am choosing internet search engine as my option here. All right, and then we're going to save and continue. And there's a few declarations here. So we're asking you to confirm these two statements. So I'm going to make this be yes. And here's the terms and condition, yes. And then I'll have it signed off as well. I personally recommend previewing it before submitting. So go ahead and click on this. And just take a look at everything. Make sure you applied for the right program. This is the computer science one. And make sure all the information looks correct. So you're back here, you're ready to go, you've previewed it, you can go ahead and submit the application. And you should be receiving some emails from us as well, so definitely keep an eye on your inbox and your junk folder just in case we end up there. So there's confirmation your application has been submitted, and then you can click here to check your application status. So you can see already that the action has been requested from you. So if you click on it, you can see, okay, supplemental items are required to complete your application. So let's go ahead and take care of that now. Let's go to View. And you can see there are some documents that are required. So these say not received. So I will go ahead and start uploading these so that everything is ready to go and I can get my decision as quick as possible. So the supporting statement, if you're not quite sure what to write, don't worry, we do have some tips. We're not looking for a particularly long supporting statement. About 500 words is more than sufficient, but it should be an outline of your academic history and any relevant experience you might have. You might want to give us your motivation for your chosen area of study. So let us know why you're interested in studying computer science at Heriot-Watt University, why this particular program, and what you hope to get from it. If you happen to have any paid or volunteer work experience or additional qualifications that there wasn't a chance to include earlier in your application, this is a great place to put it. But like I said, don't worry, it doesn't have to be too long. 500 words is plenty. But let's go ahead and upload it. So I'm going to click the Choose File button. And we'll go to where I have it saved. So my supporting statement, I select it, click Open, and now you can see that this blue line has appeared. Be sure to click it so that it's actually uploaded. And you can see here now that it's been uploaded. You can remove it or change it if you want to. And just do that for all the relevant files. So I'm going to next do my transcript. Clicking this blue line again. And lastly, my CV. Okay, and that's everything I needed to do. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to my account. And you can see that my status has changed to submitted. So now I can just sit back and relax and wait until I hear back from the admissions team. That'll be through an email. So keep an eye on your inbox and junk folders. Okay, so you have submitted your application, you got an email from the admissions team saying they have an update on your application and they asked you to sign back in. So you've followed the link, you've put in the login information, and you're taken back to your page here. So you can see that there's an action required. If we click on it, you can see that there is an application decision to which you need to respond. I'm going to go ahead and go to View. And you can see that I have an unconditional offer letter. So I can download the letter. You'll have received the email, and you can see all the details here. So just click this, and this will download as a PDF. And then you can also click here to respond now. So I'm going to go here. You can see the information about the program. Everything still looks correct. I'm looking for online program, computer science, starting in September 2026, and you have the option to either accept or decline admission. If you wish to defer your offer, you can also contact the team on the offer letter and let them know. But in this case, I'm going to go ahead and accept the admission. So I click on this. There's another pop-up just confirming here. So I am confirming again that I do want to accept admission. And you can see here that I have accepted the offer and they're just giving me some instructions. If there's any outstanding conditions, please ensure that I meet these as soon as I can. But in my case, I had an unconditional offer, so there's nothing I needed to submit here. If you have a conditional offer, just make sure to submit the documentation that they are requiring. And I'll go back to my application. And you can see here that I have an unconditional firm status now. So that means I've firmly accepted my offer, and I can once again download the decision letter here if I want to. All right, so you have now applied for the MSc in Computer Science. You've been given an offer, congratulations, and you have firmly accepted that offer. Within a few business days, typically, you'll receive a welcome to Heriot-Watt email. It'll look something like this, and it'll include information about your username and your email address, and it gives you the next steps. So you're going to set up your account, and you'll need that information up here to be able to do so. You have to set up your password, and then you'll need to complete enrollment. So just keep an eye out for this email, check your inbox, check your junk folder, just in case we end up there. And then just follow the steps here. It gives you a lot of great information. Okay, so you have set up your password, you've logged in, you've done your enrollment, as you can see here. So this is a mock student, so this should give you an idea about what to expect, but you can see some information here. You can see that the academic year is correct. It's the Master of Science in Computer Science. I'm doing it through independent distance learning since I'm studying online. You can see the information about enrollment status, so you can view that it's confirmed here. You'll see a lot of information here about how to access your portal, what it looks like, what to expect, some information about the online induction, how to get a printout of your confirmation letter if you need. So feel free to look through that in your own time, but I want to show you the course registration. So you'll click on Register Now. And then we're just going to once again confirm that it's the computer science course for 2026-2027 and hit continue. All right, so now you can see all the courses that are available to you. You can see them for semester 1, semester 2, semester 3, when they would be taking place. So I am going to register for one course. I'm going to do programming and program design for semester 1. So this is starting in September 2026. And I'm just going to go here and click register. Now I will go ahead and scroll down and once again, hitting register. All right, so we're just looking through everything, confirming that I clicked the right course, when it's supposed to be happening, what my fees will be, and how much is due. So I'll then go ahead to proceed to payment. And we can see the information here. So the payment amount, it matches what it said before, and the payment method is pay now. So I'll go ahead and click continue. It's confirming again the total to pay today. And I can select the country or region where the payment is coming from. So I'm putting in the UK since I am currently based in the UK. And I'm going to go ahead and put in a postcode. So let's see here. Going to put in EH14 4AS. I'll leave the house flat number blank for the time being, but you can put that in as well. Find address, and you can see here that it has pulled in the information. So I put in the address for Heriot-Watt University. So this information has been preloaded. You might need to do it manually. That is okay. Just go ahead and put in that information. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put in the payer information. So I'll put in Heriot-Watt and the same email address that I've been using. Then I'll just confirm it again. And I'm just going to put in a phone number as well. And then hit continue. All right, so you would put in your own information. So I'll show you here. I'm putting in a visa, and then let me just grab the card info. Of course, you'll put in your own card information, but just so that you can see what everything will look like. Putting in the card number, the security code, and the expiration date. All right, and we can just review everything before we continue on. So you can see that the tuition fee here that I just chose to do the one course, so it's listed here, my card information, the email address that the confirmation will be sent to, as well as the building address. So I'm going to say this all looks correct. So I'll go ahead and click confirm. And you can see here that we have some options. We can do it in our home currency or in pounds sterling. So choose the one that's best for you. I'm currently choosing pound sterling, but you're able to do whatever currency is available to you here. So if your card is in euros, this might be an option available to you. So choose which one works best for you. All right, I will click continue. And we'll have to wait again. And you can see the payment was successful. So I have a transaction reference number. You can see the date it was happening, and then we're good. So hopefully that was helpful. Keep an eye on your email to see if you have any trouble getting those confirmation emails. Let us know. But hopefully that helps you walk through the process. If you have any questions, feel free to email us at hwonlineapps@hw.ac.uk. But I hope you found that helpful, and thank you for joining us. We hope to see you online soon. Bye.